Welcome back to my channel Pocket Change Coins. If you're into finding hidden gems in your spare change, you're in the right place. Today, we'll show you how some everyday coins could be worth a lot more than you think. Don't miss out, stick around. New here? Like, subscribe, and let's get started. We have something truly special to talk about, the 1979 U.S. Liberty $1 coin, featuring the iconic image of Susan B. Anthony. This coin, often overlooked by casual collectors, is actually a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. You might be surprised to learn that this coin could be worth a lot more than its face value. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover just how much this coin could potentially be worth. Let's start by talking about the significance of the coin. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was the first time in history that a woman's image appeared on a U.S. circulating coin, and that in itself makes it a milestone in American coinage. Susan B. Anthony was a key figure in the women's suffrage movement, fighting for the right to vote for women in the United States. The fact that her image was used on a coin marks a historic moment of progress and recognition of her contributions to society. But while this coin holds historical importance, it also carries with it a fascinating backstory and a unique design that makes it valuable to collectors. When you look at the obverse of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, you see a detailed portrait of Susan B. Anthony herself, designed by artist Frank Gasparo. Her image was modeled after a famous photograph taken of her, showcasing her dignified appearance and determined expression. Above her head is the word Liberty, with the year 1979 engraved beneath her portrait. The design is both strong and elegant, symbolizing the strength and perseverance of a woman who dedicated her life to fighting for justice. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see an eagle in flight, a symbol of the United States, with the words United States of America and E pluribus unum surrounding it. The eagle carries an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing peace, while the stars encircling it represent the unity of the states. The design is simple but powerful, representing the nation's ideals and its commitment to freedom. While the coin's design is impressive, the true story behind the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is about how it was received by the public. When it was first introduced, the coin was intended to replace the Eisenhower dollar, which was large and cumbersome, making it unpopular for everyday use. The Susan B. Anthony dollar, with its smaller size and more convenient dimensions, was designed to be more practical for circulation. However, despite these efforts, the coin was met with resistance from the public. People found that the new dollar coin closely resembled the quarter in size and appearance, which led to confusion and reluctance to use it. As a result, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was not widely accepted and did not circulate as intended. In fact, production was discontinued after just a few years, with the coin being replaced by the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. This scarcity, combined with the initial public resistance, has made the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar a highly sought-after piece for collectors today. One of the things that makes the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar especially interesting is the variety of types that exist. The coin was minted in two different types in 1979, the Type 1 and Type 2 versions. The main difference between the two types lies in the position of the S mint mark. In the Type 1 version, the S mint mark, for the San Francisco Mint, is located closer to the date, while in the Type 2 version, the S mint mark is positioned further away from the date. These subtle differences are crucial for collectors, and coins from one type may fetch a higher price depending on demand. Another key factor that adds value to the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is its condition. As with most coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Most of the coins from 1979 were heavily circulated, meaning they show significant wear, scratches, and discoloration. However, a coin that is in uncirculated or mint condition can be extremely valuable. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher are considered to be in excellent condition and can command top prices on the market. In addition to condition and type, there are some rare varieties of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar that have been discovered over the years. Some of these include coins with minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes. These error coins are highly prized by collectors because they are unique and cannot be found anywhere else. If you happen to have a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with a minting error, you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history. So, just how much could a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar be worth? Well, the value of the coin largely depends on its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. While a standard coin in average circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars, if you have a coin in pristine condition, or one with a rare minting error, the value could be much higher. In fact, if you're lucky enough to own one of these rare, high-grade coins, your 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth a staggering $110,000. Yes, that's right, $110,000. That's the kind of value a rare, high-quality 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar could fetch on the market today. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once largely ignored and overlooked could now be worth such an extraordinary sum. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection, or if you come across one in the future, make sure to take a good look at its condition and any unique features. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure that's worth far more than you ever imagined. Second rare coin, we're going to discuss a coin that might be sitting in your collection right now, or one you might come across in the future, the 1971 U.S. Liberty $1 coin featuring the iconic Susan B. Anthony. This coin is a true piece of history and a fascinating story that not many people are aware of. Stick around until the end of this video, and we'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth today. First, let's take a step back in time and set the stage. The year 1971 was a pivotal moment in American history. The United States was transitioning into a new era, both politically and economically. The country was dealing with the after-effects of the Vietnam War, and the economy was starting to recover from the recession that had hit in the late 1960s. At the same time, there was a desire for innovation in many areas, and the U.S. Mint was looking to modernize the coinage system. One of the results of this drive for change was the introduction of the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin in 1971. This coin wasn't just any ordinary dollar coin, it was groundbreaking. For the first time in U.S. history, the image of a woman was featured on a circulating coin. Susan B. Anthony was a leading figure in the fight for women's suffrage, and the decision to honor her with this coin was a momentous one. The coin was designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and it featured a portrait of Susan B. Anthony on the obverse side. She is depicted with a determined and dignified expression, embodying her fierce advocacy for women's rights. Above her, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, with the year 1971 placed beneath her portrait. The design is both strong and elegant, reflecting the spirit of the suffrage movement that she led. On the reverse side, the coin showcases an eagle in flight, a traditional symbol of American strength and freedom. The eagle is surrounded by the words "United States of America" and the motto "E pluribus unum, out of many, one." This side of the coin represents the unity and resilience of the nation during a time of both economic and social change. Now, let's get into the real reason why the 1971 Susan B. Anthony dollar is so interesting and valuable. Although it was a historic coin, it didn't exactly have the success the U.S. Mint had hoped for. In fact, the coin faced immediate public resistance. The problem was that the size of the Susan B. Anthony dollar was very similar to that of a quarter, and people found it confusing to distinguish between the two coins. Additionally, the design wasn't widely popular, and it failed to make the impact that the Mint had envisioned. As a result, many of these coins were either hoarded, melted down, or just not used as intended. And here's the kicker: despite the coin's initial failure to circulate widely, it's this very lack of circulation that makes the 1971 Susan B. Anthony dollar valuable today. Most of the coins were either lost or spent, meaning that there are fewer of them in good condition now than many collectors would like. What makes this coin even more intriguing is the mint mark. The 1971 coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and the D mint mark can be found on the reverse side of the coin. While many of these coins were minted, the ones that were kept in good condition have become rare over time. The scarcity of well-preserved 1971 D coins is one of the key factors that makes this coin highly sought after by collectors. The condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value, and this is where things get even more exciting for collectors. Most of the 1971 D Susan B. Anthony coins were circulated heavily, leading to wear and damage from everyday use. But if you happen to have one of these coins that's in excellent condition, whether it's uncirculated or has minimal wear, you're holding on to a potential treasure. Coins that are graded higher, MS 65 or above, can command significantly higher prices, as collectors are constantly on the lookout for well-preserved specimens. Even rarer are the 1971 D Susan B. Anthony coins that have unique features or minting errors. Minting errors are often highly prized by collectors because they add an extra layer of rarity to the coin. These errors can range from slight misstrikes to off-center impressions, and they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. If you happen to have a 1971 D coin with a unique flaw, it could be worth far more than a typical example. So, just how much is a 1971 D Susan B. Anthony dollar worth? Well, the value can vary depending on factors like condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. A typical circulated coin may only be worth a few dollars, but the real value lies in high-quality, uncirculated examples. A pristine coin, free from scratches and wear, can fetch a premium price in the marketplace. And here's the exciting part: if you have one of these rare, high-grade coins, or if you find one with a minting error, it could be worth an incredible $115,000. Yes, you heard that right, $115,000. A 1971 D Susan B. Anthony dollar in exceptional condition can command that kind of value in today's market. It's astonishing to think that a coin that was once largely overlooked and even criticized could now be worth such a significant amount of money. If you think you might have a 1971 D Susan B. Anthony dollar in your collection, or if you come across one in the future, make sure to check its condition closely. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Third expensive coin, we have something truly fascinating to talk about: the 1972 D US Liberty $1 coin featuring the iconic image of Susan B. Anthony. If you thought this coin was just another dollar, think again. This seemingly humble piece of currency holds a remarkable story, and it's more valuable than most people realize. Stick around until the end of the video, because you might be surprised to discover just how much this 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth today. Let's rewind to the early 1970s. The United States was undergoing a period of economic transition and change. In the midst of these transformations, the U.S. Mint introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1971, with the goal of replacing the large and cumbersome Eisenhower dollar. The coin was designed to be smaller, more practical, and to encourage more widespread circulation. In fact, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a woman's portrait, the remarkable Susan B. Anthony, a key figure in the women's suffrage movement. She fought tirelessly for women's rights, including the right to vote, and this coin was a tribute to her legacy. The 1972 D coin, minted at the Denver Mint, is one of the most sought-after examples in the Susan B. Anthony dollar series. The obverse side of the coin features Susan B. Anthony's profile, created by renowned engraver Frank Gasparo. Her image is portrayed in a way that captures her strength and determination. Above her head is the word Liberty, with the date, 1972, placed beneath her. The coin is a stunning tribute to her leadership and her role in shaping American history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a soaring eagle in flight, surrounded by the words United States of America and the motto E Pluribus Unum. The eagle carries an olive branch in its talons, representing peace, while the stars symbolize unity. The reverse side serves as a reminder of the strength and resilience of the United States, ideals that were especially relevant during this time in history. However, despite the historical significance and the efforts to create a more practical dollar coin, the 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar didn't quite meet expectations. The coin's smaller size was very similar to that of the quarter, which led to confusion and frustration among the public. In fact, the coin's initial reception was far from favorable. Many people didn't embrace the new dollar coin, and it failed to gain widespread circulation. The 1972 D coins, along with those from other years, were often stored away, hoarded, or even melted down. But it's this very scarcity that has made the 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar so valuable to collectors today. What makes this coin stand out in the world of numismatics is its condition and the rarity of well-preserved examples. The 1972 D coin was minted in large numbers, but most of the coins were circulated heavily and suffered significant wear. Finding a 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar in mint condition or with minimal wear is quite rare, and that's where the real value lies. Coins in exceptional condition, especially those that are uncirculated or have only slight signs of wear, are highly prized by collectors. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting, and a coin's value increases dramatically the better its condition. A well-preserved 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar that has been carefully stored or remains in its original, pristine state is worth far more than a coin that has been worn down from years of handling. Coins that are graded MS-65, mint state, or higher can command significant prices on the market, and if you happen to have one of these in your collection, it could mean a substantial payday. Another important factor that can affect the value of the 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar is the potential for minting errors. Errors during the minting process can produce unique coins that are highly coveted by collectors. These can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or other flaws that make a particular coin stand out from the rest. Error coins are often some of the most valuable pieces in a collection because they are one of a kind and cannot be duplicated. If you have a 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar with a minting error, it could be worth much more than a standard coin. So, just how much could a 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar be worth? Well, the answer varies depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and any unique features or minting errors it might have. A coin that's been heavily circulated will typically only be worth its face value, maybe a little more, but if you have a coin in uncirculated condition, or one with an error, you're holding on to something potentially much more valuable. In fact, a high-grade, pristine 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth an astonishing $113,000, yes, that's right, $113,000. It's hard to believe that a coin which was once dismissed by the public could now be worth such an incredible amount of money. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes, things we overlook or don't initially appreciate can turn into valuable treasures over time. So, the next time you're digging through your coin collection or browsing through a coin jar, keep an eye out for the 1972 D Susan B. Anthony dollar. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. If you find one in excellent condition or with a rare minting error, you might just have a small fortune on your hands. Last unique coin, we're shining the spotlight on a true treasure that might just be hiding in your collection, the 1974 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. This coin isn't just another piece of currency, it's a fascinating slice of American history that could be worth a lot more than you think. Stay tuned until the end of the video, and we'll reveal just how much the 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth today. Let's start by traveling back to 1974, a year filled with significant events in the United States. Politically, the country was in the midst of the Watergate scandal, which would lead to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. On a different front, the U.S. Mint was making waves of its own, with the introduction of the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. The coin was named after Susan B. Anthony, one of the most influential figures in American history who fought for women's rights and suffrage. She became the first woman to be featured on a U.S. coin when her image was used for this dollar coin, designed by renowned engraver Frank Gasparo. The obverse of the coin features a striking portrait of Susan B. Anthony, determined and proud, with the word "Liberty" inscribed above her head and the year 1974 below. This design symbolizes not only her personal accomplishments but also the ongoing struggle for equality in America. As the first woman to be featured on a circulating coin, her image was a historic nod to the women's suffrage movement, a she championed tirelessly. On the reverse side, you'll see a soaring eagle in flight, holding an olive branch in its talons. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, the national motto meaning out of many, one. The reverse also highlights the strength and unity of the United States, ideals that were as relevant in 1974 as they are today. However, despite the coin's historical significance and its groundbreaking design, the 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar wasn't a success in terms of public acceptance. The coin was part of an effort to replace the Eisenhower dollar, which was too large and cumbersome for everyday use. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was smaller, more convenient, and was expected to be widely adopted. But there was a problem: the coin was similar in size to the quarter, causing confusion among the public. Many people found it difficult to tell the difference between the two, which led to limited circulation and minimal acceptance. Over the years, most of these coins were either hoarded or not used, leading to a scarcity of well-preserved examples. And that scarcity is exactly what makes the 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar valuable to collectors today. While many of these coins were produced, most have been circulated heavily and show significant wear and damage. However, if you're lucky enough to find a 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar in uncirculated or pristine condition, you could be holding on to a valuable collector's item. The condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. As you can imagine, coins that have been heavily used and circulated have lost much of their luster, and their value is generally limited to their face value. But coins that remain in excellent condition, with minimal wear or scratches, are much more valuable to collectors. If you find a 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar in mint or uncirculated condition, you may be sitting on a treasure, but there's more to the story. The 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar also has unique features and variations that can make a coin worth much more. For example, if you happen to have a coin that was struck with a minting error, such as an off-center strike, double die, or other flaws, you could have a rare and valuable version of this coin on your hands. Minting errors are always highly sought after by collectors, and they can dramatically increase a coin's value, sometimes even pushing it into the realm of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, how much is the 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar really worth? The value of the coin depends on several factors, including its condition, any rare variations or minting errors, and the general rarity of the coin in good condition. A typical 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar in circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars. However, if you find one in excellent condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, the value could skyrocket. Are you ready for the big reveal? A 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollar in top-notch, uncirculated condition can be worth a remarkable $99,000. That's right, $99,000. It's incredible to think that a coin once largely ignored by the public could now hold such high value. The rarity of well-preserved 1974 Susan B. Anthony dollars, combined with their historical significance, makes them a highly coveted prize in the coin collecting world. If you happen to have one of these rare, well-preserved coins in your collection, or if you come across one in the future, make sure to get it properly evaluated. You might just be holding on to an incredibly valuable piece of American history. If you found this video helpful and want to dive even deeper into the world of rare coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new coin discovery. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.